Started?
Yeah, it started.
Do I have any boogers in my nose?
Yeah, it's too late now.
Well, we can edit this part out.
That's true.
Alright.
We'll probably time that.
Alright, go ahead. Do what you just remember from the nose.
Alright, you're listening to From the Nosebleeds, and it's been a long time. Long time. And we would like to thank our, 17?
22, actually.
22 subscribers for remaining faithful with us for the last 7 months or so. And yeah, football season's right around the corner, and we're going to get back into this thing. We're going to evolve slowly as we go on here. Bear with us right now. This is probably kind of rough, but we'll get it going. We'll get it going. It'll be good. It'll be good. But yeah, football season's back, and so are we. So you got anything to say?
Well, I'm just it's hitting me that it's coming back, and I always love because it takes up half of my time usually watching
half
football.
Of your time,
casual. Yeah, that's it takes up so much time. I know that I should focus on school, but I really don't want to. But if my mom was listening, then she'd probably not like that part. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We're hoping to get better quality, and hopefully we can get more subscribers. We're going to starting at the right time of the year to get these videos going.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll get more videos, more subscribers. Be really appreciative if you did subscribe, whoever sees this video, and just spread the word that we got a decent channel. Hopefully you think.
I don't know how many people will see this video as their first video.
Yeah,
it will be
true.
Like after we get going, and then they'll go back and look at this like, oh, that video was terrible.
Yeah. Our quality is going to get better. We are going to
hopefully
make some purchases, hopefully.
Yes. And if everything goes according to plan.
Yeah. All right, well, we're gonna preview the Oklahoma football season. We're not gonna get into the playoff anything right now with other college football. We're just gonna start with Oklahoma because we can just.
We're an Oklahoma channel.
Yeah, we're Oklahoma based based channel. So
yep.
So their season goes. They have Houston at home on I think September 1st.
Yeah,
I don't remember all the dates, so I'm just not gonna say anymore. And then South Dakota at home. UCLA at the Rose Bowl, Texas Tech at home. Yeah, yep. Texas Tech's at home. Kansas, they're at Kansas. Mm-hmm. And then they play Texas in the Cotton Bowl. I believe they're the away team this year, but I don't think that matters. And then have West Virginia at home. They're at Kansas State. They have Iowa State at home. They're at Baylor. They have TCU at home, and they're at Oklahoma State for the last game of the year. I'm glad Bedlam's the last game of the year this year.
As it should be. It should be.
So... offense. Obviously, you're bringing a lot of guys back except for the quarterback situation. You got like Jalen Hurts transferring from Alabama, being a grad transfer. Hopefully he can make some big
Did we ever talk about that?
I don't know if we did. I think we talked about the possibility of it happening before it actually happened.
Yeah. I don't think we made any videos when that happened.
But I got a list of the top offensive players that I think are going to. I mean, this is the top based on what's happened and based on the freshman class.
All of them. Yeah,
all of them. Yeah, this is just a little bit of who I think is going to be good. Obviously Jalen Hurts. It sounds like he's putting a lot of work in. Trey Sermon, Kennedy Brooks, our running back duo. That's a really good running back duo. One of the best in the country. Probably not the best in the country, but it's pretty close.
It's up there.
And then you got in general, the 2019 wide receiver class with Theo Weiss, Trayon Bridges, Jaden Hazelwood, and Austin Stogner. All top. On paper, that's probably the best wide receiving class.
On paper, it is.
Ever. Yeah. Well, nothing's proven yet.
Yeah,
so it's like,
yeah, that's true.
I think that will be good. But,
I didn't think about that.
Yeah. And then you bring in Grant Calcaterra back, and another question. The only question mark on offense is the offensive line, and I really don't think it's that big of a question mark. I mean, you got Creed Humphrey back, and he's one of the top draft prospects right now, and he's only a sophomore. But the O-line, hopefully they fill up some spots. Kale, you want to talk about the defense, or you want me to talk about the defense?
Well, let's start with the candy bars thing. That Grinch. You don't know about this? You don't know about the candy bars. Yeah, we're going to talk about the candy bars.
All right.
So in practice, I heard this on the radio this morning, in fact. In practice, they count how many strip attempts they make, like stripping the ball away, they make on defense. And the player who, let back up. At the beginning of practice, they have their film study of the last practice, and whoever had the most strips last practice gets named, this is going to sound really bad, he gets named the Strip King and is given a candy bar, and everybody recognizes him.
Oh, that's awesome.
So they're really emphasizing takeaways on defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the biggest improvement. I mean, I think that I think they're going to get better, but I don't know. Like, they're not going to be where they need to be yet. Mm-hmm. But I think that just the fact that they're going to be going at it a different way than, like, with Mike Stoops the last however many years he's been here, 2011 or something like that? 12. Okay.
Yeah. Well, maybe it was 11. 12, I think.
He was a good coach, but he it just kind of fell apart, and it was like, the defensive.
He was behind the times.
Yeah, behind the times, and it was just rotten to the core as far as it went. I mean, but our top players on defense are Kenneth Murray, Brendan Radley Hiles, Buki, Parnell Motley, Marquise Overton, Jalen Redmond. I think is coming back. He had some blood clot issues, so. And Ronnie Perkins on that defensive line. You also have Dylan, I don't know how to say his last name, Fahamatu or something like that.
I think I know. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
And then Neville Gallimore on that inside on the defensive line. I think that they're going to be improved, but hopefully we don't know for sure.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah. We'll believe it when we see it. We know the offense is probably going to be fine, but the defense, we'll see.
It's easy to say that a takeaway-oriented defense sounds, and it does. It sounds really good. But what worries me about that is they'll focus so much on turnovers that they won't really try to tackle and more just kind of try to take it from them. But I don't know.
That's possible if they miss a lot of tackles just because of their focus on takeaways. Yeah, I think that's a possibility. I think that they'll probably have a better scheme.
Yeah, for sure.
As far as that goes. Well, Kale, do you want to go first? We're gonna go on we're gonna do a prediction throughout the season, and we'll see how it goes if we're right or wrong or whatever. But Kale, do you want to go first? Or do you want me to go first?
Okay, I guess I'll go first.
All right,
Houston. Well, we lost to Houston back in 2016. That was the most disgusting. Well, not the most.
No, the Rose Bowl against Georgia. That was the most horrific one.
2007 Fiesta Bowl.
Oh yeah, that one was bad too.
But
crap happened.
Yeah, that game kept us out of the playoff that year, I think. And I don't know. There's just so much. It's so new.
We don't know how the defense.
It's harder to predict. Yeah. I think it's easier to predict this game than what I'm making it out to be, just because I'm making a bigger deal of all the new stuff in my mind than it actually is. So I'm gonna say we win that game.
Yeah,
but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I think that they'll win too. It's in Norman. Last time we lost to them, it was at NRG Stadium, and that was when our defense really started to fall apart and just absolutely suck because we lost so many guys from the year before. I think that was just they were not ready for that game. Houston was ready. A lot of weird things happened to make Houston win that. They actually sort of made a run at it at the end, but they didn't have enough time. But yeah, I think Houston. I think Oklahoma will beat Houston. I think that's a W. It's in Norman, first game of the year.
Yeah,
just a bunch of.
Now, what do you think? Vegas has us favored by 26. What do you think about that?
I think that's sort of realistic. They might not win by 26.
I think it's a bit high.
Might be.
I really do.
I think 20 or
16.
16. Yeah, 16. Anything in that range is close, but we'll see. Yeah. Houston's got a pretty good offense, but they are coming off one of the worst bowl losses I've ever seen in my life to a team that we beat actually last year.
Barely beat
the Army. Yeah, barely.
We did. So
they were better than most people thought.
That was not a fluke.
No, I don't think that was a fluke. I think Army's going to be.
I don't believe in flukes.
Yeah, except that we just said that last time we played Houston it was a fluke.
I didn't say that.
Okay, I said that. Okay, he doesn't believe in flukes.
I don't believe in flukes.
Yeah, I believe in. You believe in not being ready.
Yeah.
All right, then we got South Dakota. Kel.
That's a win.
Yeah, that's.
We don't even need to talk about that.
That's the pay-per-view game is always a win. Although last year was a little closer And it should have been. All right, what about at UCLA?
That's a win.
You think that's a win? Really?
I'm not worried about that one, really. Chip Kelly's a genius, but I just don't think they have the cards, really, to win
That's
that game.
true.
So
It's
I'm not worried.
It's at the Rose Bowl. I think that we'll win, too.
I think you're forgetting that there's UCLA fans do not care about football
That's
at
true.
all.
There'll probably be just as many OU
There will be
fans.
more OU fans there to enjoy the pageantry of the Rose Bowl than
That's true. That is true. I'll give you that. Yeah, I think that it might be that UCLA will be a little bit better. I think they'll give us a little bit more of a run than they did last year because we kind of clapped them last year. But
That was the game that Rodney Anderson went down in.
yeah,
That was a dirty hit.
I hate that too. Yeah, they'll win. I think they'll win by more than 10. I think they'll win by more than 10 probably. I mean, they might.
No, I think
whatever
we'd win
spread.
by 3 or 4 touchdowns.
3 or 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I got you on that. All right, Texas Tech. What do you
Okay,
think?
another win, I think.
Probably.
You know, we kind of have a reputation of getting into shootouts with Texas Tech because it's true, we do. But being in Norman,
doesn't happen as much.
yeah, it doesn't happen as often in Norman. So
Last 2 times that we've beat them in Norman was we beat them
we held them
63 to 27 in Baker's first year, and then in 20
No, that was 2017.
20 no 20,
Or was it
2015 was
2015.
yeah
We held them to 27 and 17. I remember. I don't remember.
we
how
had
much
them
we scored.
27 and 17 and 15.
Okay.
And then, that's the last 2 times we played them. It was 63 to 27 and 49 to 27 in Norman. So they didn't really come close. But the 2 that were in Lubbock what were the final scores for that? 66 to 50.
66 to 59 was
59.
2016.
And then last year was 51 to 46. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
I am so glad they're not in Waco this year. I hate it when they go to Waco. All right.
Actually, did you mean Lubbock?
You're right.
Yeah, because we
My
are
bad,
in Waco
my bad.
this year.
Yeah, we are in
I'm
Waco
going to
this year.
take us by, say, 22.
So 22. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I like that. I think they'll win too. Texas Tech will score on us. I have no doubt that's going to happen.
And how different is Texas Tech going to be? They just
Yeah.
got whole new, an entirely new coaching staff. So this very well could
Cliff
be
Kingsbury.
yeah,
Yeah,
a completely different team than we've
that's
seen.
true.
So
That's true. All right, next game, Kansas. I mean, Les Miles.
the Mad Hatter.
Yeah, the Matter. I think he's gonna. They're not gonna be. They're not gonna suck.
They're going
as
to beat
bad.
somebody, but
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not going to be us.
I could see him beating Texas. I really do. I don't know. I think they'll be better, but I don't think they're not going to be enough to beat Oklahoma. I just don't see that. I mean, they did score 40 points on us last year.
Yeah,
That was stupid.
that was retarded. I'm
that
going to take
takes-
us by
they'll win.
30.
I think that's probably about right. You can do spread. I'm not going to do spread.
Yeah, I'm writing down my spreads.
All right,
just 'cause
cool.
why not? But
All right, next game. This one's always a toss up. It depends on how the defense is, but Texas.
Texas, I don't know. I do not know.
I don't know. I really, really.
I'm
really
not even
don't
going
know.
to try because I'm going to be horribly wrong whatever I say. I feel like
That's
so.
true. That's true. I think that they can. I mean, obviously they can beat them. They're a better team. A lot of people think.
We have a better quarterback. by the way.
A lot of people think that Sam Ehlinger is better than Jalen Hurts.
I don't know
Look
who
at the
started
resume.
that. I don't know who started that.
Probably Sam
But-
Ehlinger's mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, no.
Tom Turman started it.
Yeah, Tom Herman, Mecca of college football.
Did he really say that?
Yeah, he did say that. He's a good coach, but no. I mean, as far as a
Tom
good
Herman,
job
he's
goes,
just
yeah,
he's
it's
a
good
perfect
job.
coach for Texas because I hate him.
I did. That's true.
I shouldn't say that. I don't actually hate anyone, but
No.
if I did,
Tom Herman would be one of them.
he'd be up there.
Yep. Well, yeah, I don't know. I think that if their defense is
Average.
20 spots in the rankings better, they'll win. But I think that if they're not much better,
Jayhawks win!
Sorry about that. We had to. I'll just say technical difficulties.
Yeah, technical difficulties.
So I think that if Oklahoma's defense is just average in mid pack in college football, I think they'll definitely win. But if their defense is just as bad as it was last year, or not much better, I mean, you can't really get worse from that. But I think that they can still win. I don't know if they will, but if their defense is a lot better, then they will. I think. But if their defense is not much better, they can, but they might not. I mean, that game's always a toss-up, no matter who's the best in the country. If Texas is the worst team in the country, Oklahoma's the best team in the country, Texas could totally win that game. And other way around, either way. So that's a toss-up. That's a question mark for me.
Right. Just speaking of Texas, we mentioned that we upgraded to a video instead of more of a podcast type thing, and there are more upgrades to come.
Yes.
We haven't mentioned that there's no Dalton.
Yeah, no Dalton right now.
It smells a whole lot better in here. With 100% less Texas.
Yes, amen to that. I think that
He's so brave coming on this show.
we roast him. Our friendship kind of goes on hold during Cotton Bowl week, but I think secretly he might like OU a little bit. Maybe not during Cotton Bowl week.
I don't know.
I think that
I don't think he does.
he's cheered after an OU touchdown before.
Well, that was just because
In this
Texas
room.
just was blown out by TCU that
That's a
week.
good point. He ran around the yard with the number one.
His
up
brain was
when Oklahoma
fried
touched
from
him.
getting just.
Yeah, that's true. I could not root for Texas
Yeah.
after that, but
No.
we'll see. I don't know.
I
I don't know what his
Nazi
heart
Germany
is like.
before I root for Texas.
Root for Hitler and Tom Herman.
I shouldn't have said
No.
that. I should not have said that. I'm sorry.
Nah, that's okay. We know you're just joking.
If I ever ran for president or something, that would have just made sure that I would lose.
That is true.
But-
Well, okay, next game. I think we're going a little long. West Virginia. It's in Norman. I think they'll win. West
Another
Virginia.
team that's totally different now, just like Texas Tech.
Yeah,
So-
there's two games back to back. Right, Kansas State right after West Virginia. Totally new team. No Bill Snyder for the first time in
1,000 years.
yeah 1,000-year-old Skeletor. Bill Snyder, I think, is probably the best football coach ever. But people would disagree with me. But that's my opinion.
I'm taking
entitled to it.
Oklahoma by 24.
Yeah, against West Virginia or Kansas State.
West Virginia.
West Virginia. Okay. Yeah, I think they'll definitely win.
Yeah.
West Virginia, they lost so many players, and they lost Dana Holgerson, which is with Houston now. So, I mean, we'll see how that goes. All right, Kansas State. Yeah, they'll win that one probably, too. They'll win by
They should win
plus
that one,
30
but
probably.
e-
It's in Manhattan.
every year we lose a game that we have no business losing, and if I had to pick one, it would be this one. I don't know why. I couldn't explain it or defend that decision at all, but
Yeah.
well, I say that Baylor might be able to.
Baylor, Iowa State, one of the two.
But, yeah.
One of those two. I think they'll win. Well, let's see.
If we
Last time they
lose-
lost in Manhattan was in the 90s, so I don't know.
If we lose, it would be by like 5 or so. But if we won, I'd say about 18. 18.
Or more. It could count out for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, Iowa State next. It's in Norman. We all know how much it hurt. But last time they were in Norman,
I got
Iowa
a
State.
sunburn that week.
I know, me too. I got a really good picture though. Iowa State came into Norman and topped the Sooners for some reason. Baker Mayfield was that. I think it might have had something to do with the red on red alternate uniforms, but
Oh, those things are cursed.
I don't know. I'm wearing.
They make great fan gear.
Yeah, I know they're great for fan gear. I enjoy the looks of them, but I think the original works a lot. Although they did wear it back-to-back weeks. West Virginia Big 12 championship.
Yeah.
Remember? Yeah, that's weird that they wore.
Well, those were the white ones.
Yeah, the white ones look cool. The white ones are really, really cool looking. Red
Could
ones are
look
cool
better,
too.
but I'm not.
Yeah,
big on
that's
it.
true. We'll see. But do you think they will beat Iowa State?
Yeah, we'll beat Iowa
I
State
think
by,
they'll beat
by
Iowa State.
14.
Really?
14.
They might be going into that game thinking, oh, the media thinks Iowa State's going to keep up with us, but we'll see. We'll see
Yeah,
how it goes.
it's too far out to know. I mean,
Yeah, I think they'll win. I think they'll win too, though.
I think this kind of goes without saying, but all of these predictions we're doing are barring from some unforeseen injury that just ruins everything.
That is true.
But
Like if Jalen Hurts got injured, that would be bad. But you still have a couple of backups that can play. I mean, there's not a quarterback there that can't play.
yeah,
I mean, they're all good.
Oh yeah. Speaking of which, going back to West Virginia, Austin Kendall transferred there. Did we ever talk about that?
Oh man, I totally forgot about Austin Kendall. Yeah, I think that might actually be a decent. I mean,
I don't know.
we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Okay, at Baylor and Waco. What do you think?
If we haven't lost yet, I would be inclined to say that we lose that game. But
That's true. I give you that. Yeah. I that's exactly what I think. I think that it can be it'll be.
I'm gonna predict a win
close.
though. But
Yeah, I think they'll win. It'll be close though. I think Baylor will give us a good run.
I'm taking Oklahoma by 6.
By 6. Okay, cool. All right, and then we got TCU at home.
Ooh, TCU.
TCU is unexpected. It's like every other year they're really good, and then every other year they really suck.
I've said this a lot over this offseason, but they were a quarterback away from being really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
I think if they got a few
defense
transfer quarterbacks this year. I don't know if they're eligible or not, but
Yeah, we'll see.
if they can figure out a quarterback situation, I like them to be runner-up in the Big 12, actually. If they figure it out. If they can't figure it out, then forget it. Just ignore that.
They just have a defense that can't stop Oklahoma.
So that could either be like they were last year or really, really scary. So
Yeah, that's
this
true.
one's really tough to predict for me.
I think they'll win. It's in Norman. I think they'll win. We've run over TCU the last 3 times. Three times we've played them. They came into Norman a few years ago. Baker beat them by 18. And then we beat them
Again.
worse in the Big 12 championship, 41-17. Surprising with that defense, they held them 17 points. And then last year
Scored a touchdown too.
that's
The
true.
defense did.
That's true. And then last year we played them. We beat them. It was in Fort Worth, and we beat them like
A skull dragging 55.
56, I think, actually, wasn't it?
Or was it?
56-27.
I don't think it was 56. Maybe it was 51. 51.
Yeah, it was 51. Might have been. Yeah, I don't know.
52?
50 something.
Yeah.
Yeah, 50 something to 27.
So like 24.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then okay. Yeah, I think they'll win that game. I think they will. That's a tough. We'll see. We don't know. I mean, we'll see. And then we got the last game of the season, Bedlam. That could that could go either way. Not really though.
No.
I mean, it's in Stillwater.
Oklahoma by 40.
Oklahoma by 40.
Yeah.
I think that they'll win. I think that if they have won every game since then, they might have a chance of.
I'm not
losing.
afraid of those guys at all.
But
At all.
we have. Last year though was.
That was because of how bad we played, not because of anything they did.
Yeah, that's true. I'll give you that.
And
Yeah, I think they'll win too, but I don't think they're gonna win by 40. We'll see. We'll see how that goes.
I don't consider this game a rivalry.
No,
but
it's the most. If you put them in the rivalry category, it's at the bottom of the list because it's not even close.
This game is the reason that college football is so much better than the NFL, because if we lose this game, our lives are ruined for the next year, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll be ridiculed beyond
No,
belief.
because Oklahoma State fans.
They're terrible.
Oh my goodness.
Most of them. I shouldn't say that.
Okay, here's
I
a
shouldn't
fact
say
that I got from if you've ever heard of Blinken Riley on Twitter.
We should link his Twitter profile.
Yeah,
in
we
the
should.
description
I think
of
he
this.
would appreciate that. I don't know who he is, but he throws out numbers like crazy. He's a really, really popular guy. But I think that his fact, he does a Bedlam Fact Friday.
Every Friday?
Yeah. There's been more men walked on the moon than have coached Oklahoma State to a Bedlam win. So that one's pretty crazy. What's the record? What, like almost 90 and
88 to 18.
88 to 18 and 7, which there doesn't have any ties anymore. But yeah, I think they'll win. So what would that make your final record, Kale?
11-1 is the safe one to make.
11-1 is me too. I said 11-1 or 12-0.
Absolute worst case scenario would be 9-3.
Yeah, that'd be the worst case scenario.
Absolute worst.
Absolutely.
If we have a total catastrophic meltdown.
Yeah, or we lose so many, like if people get injured.
I mean, maybe I'm being naive saying that, and I haven't truly seen a catastrophic meltdown like Florida State had a few years ago.
Yeah. I think that's the way worst they can get. I think the worst that you can actually get might be like 10-2, or
realistically.
Yeah, realistically, and 11-1 is probably what they're going to do
11-1.
because I want them to go undefeated. I think that they totally
It's very
they can
possible.
they can.
It's very
It's
possible.
not out of question.
Very possible.
But they're probably not going to go undefeated because they haven't gone undefeated in the regular season in a long time. But I mean, you never know. I mean, Jalen Hurts has done that with Alabama before. But we'll see. I think that they can go 12-0. I think that they might go 12-0, but I think they will probably go 11-1. And Texas is the only game that I think that might be their only loss, but they might end up playing them again in the Big 12 championship because they'll make it in with just that one loss. So
I want to talk more about Texas, but I feel like we need Dalton here just so we can
roast on them.
Yeah, we can use him as our punching bag.
All right, you guys. Well, hopefully you had fun listening to this. It might be a little bit long, but we're gonna.
And hopefully you can actually hear us. We've been kind of trying to speak up, but bear with us.
We're going to take the horses off the wagon and put the ponies in the barn from the nosebleeds. We're out.
Boomer Sooner.
Boomer Sooner.